Alrighty, so today's episode of Tekken It Higher, it's a little bit different from the last week's. It's not as prepared, it's not as, I guess, planned out previously, and essentially the reason is, obviously life has been getting in the way. A lot of the tournaments nowadays are leading up to the IESF finals. The IESF finals being, for Australia at least, being held in a week's time, actually, less than a week, on Thursday. So Thursday, what's that? That's like, what's today? Saturday? Like 5 days? 5 days from now. So it's definitely soon. So be on the lookout for that. But because of that, obviously I haven't really had time to plan. I haven't had really time, any time to sort of get everything under wraps because I'm preparing myself for work and everything like that. So what I wanted to do was a little bit differently. I wanted to actually go through, similar to what I would do for like a regular Tekken stream or something like that, is I would go ahead and actually just play games, and I would just play against people and sort of, figure out what I'm doing and go that way. However, what I wanted to do was something a little bit different from that, in that I would like to invite a couple of people to play and essentially just have a rotation. So that way I can comment on their own, on their particular matches, and essentially I'd be able to go ahead and do, I guess, a lot of stuff like this. So let's have a look. Let's wait. Oh, he's invited me. So I guess we'll start out this way, and we'll just go straight away from here. Basically what I'll be doing is I'll be
welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament
frame
7.
drops on this. This is weird. Like, I don't understand what's going on with the frame drops.
Katarina Alves.
Let me try and reload that. Move the omen. Why is this one struggling so much? Anyway, I'll try and figure it out. I'll figure it out hopefully before this goes down. Let's trying to do this all before everything loads. Oh boy, I really should have done this earlier, but no. Whatever.
Vamos lá. Eu vou chutar sua bunda até o inferno.
Round 1. Fight.
Aha. Yeah. Nice. I can deal with that. Alright. I'm gonna basically try, not necessarily while I'm actually playing, but more so afterwards. Also comment on what Joel is doing.
Round 2.
Stuff like that.
Fight.
Oh boy. And this will probably go on for like half an hour or so. basically what I'm trying to do is read Joel's timing. He's gonna come in. He knows he doesn't have much time.
KO.
We're gonna do something safe. Down forward 1.
Round 3.
Let's try this again. Whip punish. So he uses, from what I know about Joel, he uses forward 1 to get him up. So ah shit, too late. Too slow. Nice. Okay. There you go, there you go. Let's try this again.
Fight.
Alright. So now he's using down forward 1 mix-ups in order to like stop me from sort of coming in. Nice. Should have been one punish there.
KO.
It's a long range low.
You
So
lose.
Alright. So in terms of that, obviously there's a couple of things that I could have done. Obviously pay attention rather than like trying to set up the stream. But you know, trying to do a couple of things like watching out for, because I know that obviously I've got a lot of like a little bit of life. So towards that end of that match, I should be looking at the bottom of it and making sure that I don't actually hit, or I'm not within the range of down 3+4, which was that low kick that he did towards the end. If I stay out of that range, I'd be able to react with a hop kick because it's actually quite slow. So do that, and then I whiff punish with a hop kick, or even just low parry the second hit. If obviously, you know, I see that happen. Now. These guys are like trying to figure out exactly what's happening.
Get ready for the next battle.
But obviously this is now not me. This is actually maybe let me add some stuff. What's that? Application.
Round 1.
I have an application.
Fight.
I'm gonna be using. I'll do this the manual way. I don't know what it's called. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. This is... No, actually, no, I won't worry about that. I was gonna put scoreboards and like matches and stuff like that, but I don't need that. Okay. Let's have a look at this match. Forward 1 to get in. Could have ducked that in order to get underneath it, but it gives him a couple of cross frames in order to do the throw.
Great.
See Boyd being quite offensive or quite aggressive rather with this particular match. Trying to create space. I don't know why he's going for a slide at that distance, like, and that could have been punished as well. Boyd might be just pressing a lot of buttons right now. Trying to go for a mix-up, 50-50 mix-up with the overhead there. No punish on either of those, so 1-2-2 from Shaheen, which is that mid-punch at the end. -12, and also with King, there was no punish on the full crouch down forward 2, which was the big gut punch that he did, which is usually a launch one. No punish on that, so a couple of things that you can obviously use.
Fight.
whiff throw into hop kick is a pretty interesting strat. Okay, so what does Joel need to do to bring this back? So Boyd is being very aggressive right now, but you should be looking for like a lot of counter hit opportunities. Because Boyd is very quick. Otherwise, you can always look for those opportunities where you can actually duck high strings, which I think he tried to do just then, but Boyd did the mid. There's no punish on the slide, so it looks like there's a couple of bits and pieces that no launch punish on that. And there's not even a punish at all. Good low parry on the quick low there. It's a bit predictable, but what's happened? Rage drive now into a hop kick. Now that's not. I don't know why you would actually go for that, because it's not really an option that you would think about. Right, you go for a hop kick on negative frames. Like maybe he's thinking Joel's gonna do a 1-2, like a jab string, and because of that, well, he went for the hop kick because that has some sort of high crush properties.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
I'll play Paul. I'm gonna play Paul. I'm gonna play a very simple Paul. I'm gonna play a very simple Paul. Someone that does a lot of punishment, and does so. Basically, when you go into a game, if you know how to verse the opponent, great. If you don't know how to verse the opponent, go in with some sort of game plan. You don't want something big. You just want something sort of available for you. In this case, I'm going in thinking, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll go in playing simple. Look for punishment, look for moments where I can duck and launch, or duck and punish, and then see where I go from there. Try to adapt on the fly. The idea is to not have too much of a plan, because if your plan goes down the drain, obviously you'll be high and dry. But if you make sure that you have some sort of initiating plan,
Round 1.
and go from there. No punish yet. Set up. Punish. Break through. Right. Now. I could have used a back one too there.
KO.
And this is the plan.
Round 2.
Like, because I watched
Fight.
Boyd previously, I saw that he was very aggressive. So we got to stop the aggression. I messed up my combo. I did too many downfall at once. Nice. Okay. Good low. I'm just gonna let the range up the thing. So, not dead yet. Okay. Oh, nice. See, I probably could have done something else other than like downfall long.
Round 3. Fight.
That was a timing thing. So, I expected Boyd to press the button. This is a bad thing though, because sometimes
Round
it can
4.
like lead to you
Fight.
losing pretty badly. That was a nice whip punish. Nice whip punish right there. For my downfall. Whoa, good. Nice. Oh. That's
KO.
Yeah, I thought I'd get the first hit clean, but I didn't.
Fight.
Alright. Oh man. See, now I'm not actually paying attention. This is, you know how I was like, yeah. Bam, nice. Nice. That was actually really good. Boyd adapted to the way that I was playing. Ooh, what was going on there? Boyd adapted to the way that I was playing, but I didn't adapt. Now, the way that he adapted was, all he was doing was waiting for me to attack. Because I wasn't attacking, obviously you can't defend everything. You can't predict everything that your opponent is going to do. So, took advantage of my passive attacking, or my passive play style, and tried to get me to do silly things, such as like ducking when I'm not supposed to, or like whiffing because I feel like he's going to move forward, so I'm just going to do a move to essentially stop him from coming in. So something like that is where you have to learn to adapt. Now, I watched a tournament this afternoon. It was the New Zealand IESF qualifier, and Dan Banter ended up winning. And Dan Banter, very good at adapting to his opponent, ended up initially losing in winners finals and then coming back to reset it from losers finals as well. So really, really good play from Dan Banter, and it was something that obviously he had been working towards, and he learned from the first match how Kyo, the person in winners finals, won.
Round one.
And then he was able to adapt to that in this. Now let's have a look at this match. Now, into the wall. Now this at the moment is Boyd's plan is to attack a lot. Like, there's nothing else in his head right now. It's attack a lot. Try to hit him. Try to hit him a lot. I mean, it's a pretty good plan. That's how you should be playing Tekken, really. But you also want to make sure that you have some sort of, I guess, strategy behind it. He's using knowledge matchup. So you notice there where he did 4-3, it pushed Joel, or pushed King back a little bit, and then Boyd, knowing that Joel does a lot of down forward ones, would normally go for a down forward one after that, so he would whiff punish a hop kick with a hop kick. Let's see if he does that again. Hold on. That's a good punish. So far, nobody's actually blocked, like, as a launch punish. This could be it, actually. Oh, no. Ooh, nice guess. So, there is a 50-50 guess. You basically just have to decide what you want to do. See, at the moment, I can't analyze this because it feels really random, right? I don't, like, the mindset that I see is happening right now, like, Joel is playing quite passively, like, he's not attacking as much as Shaheen, in this instance, but you notice that Shaheen is very, very aggressive. Because of that, it's obviously causing him to do quite well. And we'll see a new challenger, Bomani AK, come in and see how he does against Boyd's Shaheen. We'll find out if he's learned anything from the matches that have just played, or if he'll do the same thing, essentially play passively. Because if you notice, I played passively, Joel has played passively, and both passive styles have failed against Boyd's hyper-aggressive Shaheen. So, an example of this, or a winning strategy for this, would be to simply be hyper-aggressive. Or put Shaheen in a position where he can't attack as much. Using Steve is a very good lockdown character, so, or a shutdown character rather, shuts down any sort of attacks with a lot of his own stuff, so we'll have a look and see what he does.
Round one. Fight.
A nice outfit though. The distressed jeans with the I don't know how much Steve Bomani AK has actually played, but missing that combo is vital. No duck on that. Interesting. Guaranteed low. No duck on the rage trap, and that's gonna cost him. No. Boyd could have adjusted for that and actually done a much better combo in order to get that final hit.
Fight.
You'll notice that Boyd's knowledge of of Steve isn't very good, so he doesn't know when to attack. At the moment, he's trying to learn how to control it, but every time he gets hit, he loses that control. So he's trying to figure out how he can regain control, and then hopefully actually do something. Now he's regained control.
KO.
He feels more comfortable, and you can see that.
Round 3. Fight.
Boyd playing very well this evening though. I wonder what... I think forward 1 plus 3. Forward 1 plus 3. Forward 1 plus 2. Okay, so you can see that Boyd is playing very aggressively, very quickly. And he seems to be doing quite well. Like his movement is allowing him to create whiff punishes. Nice. He's dead. I think the reason that Bomani AK is actually playing Steve is because he's trying to get away from his main character Josie. Like he's trying to prevent himself from like leading into the same sort of character.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Let's play a pretty basic character. Let's play Jack. Jack is a nice simple character. All you do is, well, I mean, Jack you can play both aggressively or defensively. If you're on the back foot defensive, it's quite easy. You can chip people down. You can usually go under some stuff if you have some good timing. But if you don't have good timing, then obviously it causes some issues. What happened to my gold? I don't know if you can see it. Gold button. This button here. Nope. This button. This button here. There's like a scratch on it or something. I must have like hit it pretty hard. I don't know. Maybe it's just dirty. But I can't seem to get it off, so I think there's something on there. Anyway. My plan here, do a lot of down back ones, and
one.
maybe a down forward too.
Fight.
That's my current plan. I'm gonna have to adapt. Slide. Nice. Okay. Ooh, nice. All right.
Round 2. Fight.
Oh boy. Oh man, that was a typer. And anyway. Nice. Alright, so Boyd is doing quite well.
Round 3.
Alright, I guess I'll
Fight.
Ooh, nice. Okay. I could have ducked that. Ah, shit. Alright, we're back in it.
Fight.
Oh, wow. Whoa. Nice. This is a lot harder than I expected. This is a lot harder than I expected. I don't know. Boyd is just playing very, very well. So maybe I'll actually play a character that I know. But ultimately, so at the moment, Boyd's style, I don't think he's adapted to anything that's happened so far. He's more so trumped the styles that he's essentially come across, and he's continuing to win. So I mean, if you continue to win, why change it? In this situation though, I'll play one more round and then I'll end the stream, because I mean, the idea is to sort of see adaptation happen as it comes along. Now maybe Boyd is actually adapting to the plans that we're creating, and that's the reason why he's doing substantially well this evening. Or, yeah, maybe it's the opposite. Maybe we're not adapting to Boyd's plan, and Boyd is simply just running his plan, right? So we'll see what happens. It's gonna be King versus Shaheen again. Just FYI, I don't know if you can see that. It says, "You're playing well. Keep it up."
Round 1.
Boyd thinks of these robbing rounds. I don't think he is. That was a good low parry. He whiffs the. I think he chose to low parry there because he figured Joel might go for that low attack. What's really interesting, nobody's blocking that. Joel ducked the down back 2-1, but missed the punish. So a lot of what's happening at the moment is that Boyd is winning because we're not punishing what should be punished. No break. Low. Ooh! See, I would have lost that. I would have lost because I said low. Now you see what happened? That was a mid. So this is where adaptation comes along. For some reason, I always think that the low is going to happen. In that situation, it did not. Cool. So creating space. Nobody's still low parrying the forward 2-4. Why? Expecting 1+2 grab, presses 1+2 and 7-1. Same thing again. Nice. So that was really good. That was really good. He's just, like adapting to what Joel is doing. He's clearly just reading. He's reading everything that Joel is doing. Boxer, rather. And Joel is not adapting to it. Joel read the throw. Duck. Nice.
KO.
10,000 IQ play. 10,000 IQ play. That was fantastic because Boyd decided I'm continuing to do lows. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hop kick. Now he had enough life to do that because that's not an issue if you have the amount of life that he had. However, obviously if you're like make or break at the very end of you're both in rage or whatever, maybe that's not the greatest idea. But in that situation, because Boyd had like 80% of his life or something like that, that option, the hop kick option, easy choice to make. Because he's been sliding a lot. The hop kick is what, going to get a 13 frame punish, so back 1-2 from King, which isn't going to be a huge deal for Boyd. On the other hand, for Joel, if he was to or boxer rather, if he was to try and block a slide, as he did there, gets a hop kick. If he's not trying to block a slide, then he gets back onto. Like, the risk reward that Boyd had was easily a smart option.
Fight.
Let's have a look. This is now Bimani AK's main, so we'll probably see a strong performance from him. We'll find out. Ooh, nice down forward too. We caught him stepping. We'll caught him backdashing. Wow, nice. Find out what happens. This is actually really interesting because Boyd is probably considered one of the lower ranked players here in Brisbane. But Boyd is actually playing quite well. So
Fight.
see what happens. Nice move. Back off for a little bit. No. You need to back off to allow her to come to you. Bam. No break. Guaranteed. No duck. Duck on that last hit. Slide. That was trying to get into the mind game just there. Nice break. Ah, nice.
Round 3. Fight.
Alright, let's see if Boyd can now adapt to this Josie. The Josie using a lot of long-range mix-ups and a lot of counter-hit opportunities because he knows that Boyd is quite aggressive. So, let's see what happens. Slide. Ah, thought he was gonna go for a low, try and get out of the wall, get a mid instead, gets him.
Fight.
Ah, I don't. That might have been a typo. No confirm on the down back 2-1. Unfortunately, that could be good. No punish. No punish on that either. Okay. This might be a connection issue. I'm not sure. Good break. Good break. 3-3 counter hit. This looks like it's all over for Ball. Okay, so really well done to the Maniac, to the Money AK, right? The Money AK for doing that. That was actually very good. And Boyd is about to leave as well, so well done to Boyd. Well done, Boyd. Alright, now that I know that the Money AK plays quite aggressively, what I'm going to do is choose a character that I know sort of counters that, at least in my own gameplay. So Katarina, for me, would play the well, and this will be the last match of this evening. Essentially, I'm going to take what I learned from the previous match, as long as he's playing Josie. No, he's playing Steve now. See, this is now a problem because I watched his Steve initially, and then watched Josie, and then now he's back to Steve. So I have to try and remember what he played as Steve to sort of go from there. But we'll find out. We'll find out.
Round 1. Fight.
Steve, sunset, right? Oh, nice. Damn. Oh, nice. Mids. I don't know why he's ducking. I haven't done any lows.
Fight.
I think I've done one. Ooh, nice. Bam, bam. Hit, bam. The wall. Alright. Play from a distance. And when I feel like I've got a good read, hop kick. Hop kick. It's gonna come in.
KO.
Yeah.
Round 3.
Alright. This one.
Fight.
Backdash. 'Maintain distance, 2-2. Maintain distance, 2-2. I'll also do down forward 1 and down forward 4. Nice.
KO. You win.
Alright, we're waiting for Boyd to leave. I'll wait for Boyd to leave. We'll see if, and the idea of tonight's stream is, I'm sorry, I completely forgot about tonight's stream. Is I guess adaptation, understanding adaptation. He didn't leave,
Welcome
but okay.
to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
Play character
Serafino.
I feel comfortable with. So here we go. One good thing about having multiple characters is that it's harder for your opponent to adapt, but it's also harder for you to get good at a single character. In this situation, I mean, I've probably taken the worst road by having multiple characters, but you know, see how I go.
Get ready for the next battle.
Okay. Now, once again, using the information that I've gained from the previous matches, I have an idea of what Joel is going to do. So what I should do is try and counter that. Oh no!
Great.
See, I should have waited. Should have waited because that was
Round
punishment.
2.
But
Fight. KO. Round 3. Fight.
that's not a lot of punishment. Bad punish on my part. Bad punish on my part for that. I should have ducked that. Right. I know some of this. Okay.
KO. Round 4.
See,
Fight.
if I take on Boyd's mentality of being extremely hyper-aggressive, because Claudio doesn't have that ability, you'll find that I'll probably lose if I was to do that. And in that situation, he wasn't ducking any of the lows at all. Maybe because he felt like I could probably do highs instead, or it would be better for me as Claudio to do mids and highs. But like, the idea is that I didn't see any adaptation to the lows that I was doing, so I continued doing them.
Welcome to the King of Iron Fist Tournament 7.
These are my two main characters at the moment. I might go to
Katarina Alves.
And we'll go from there.
Get ready for the next battle.
So I think the main thing to get out of this particular event, this lobby that we have, is that Boyd, nobody adapted to Boyd. And the issue there was that because nobody adapted, his style was winning continuously. Now when the Maniac AK decided, you know what, it's better for me to do some mids. To play somebody I'm more comfortable with. He ended up being successful. Damn. Dead.
KO.
Cool. So now I have to adjust to
Fight.
Steve. Nice. Nice. Launch punishable, but nice. Nice. See, now he's adapted to my style. You can see this is where it comes in handy for tournaments and stuff like that. That if you don't adapt fast enough, you end up. Ooh. Oh. I'm dead. And I just didn't adapt to it. Oh, anyway. I'll end it there. I don't really have much to say. I just wanted to put something up, so it's not really useful. It's just, I guess, a showcasing of attempted adaptation. And in this situation, there wasn't much, which obviously prevented me from being able to win. But ultimately, the idea is adapt to your surroundings, and you'll end up getting better. I don't even know what the point was. Like, I just didn't have really much time to plan, so I apologize for the content this week. What am I saying? Why am I apologizing? I don't actually know what's going on.
Get ready for the next battle.
If you like the content, not necessarily me, but the Tekken content, the stuff that's happening over here, this way, this stuff. If you like the Tekken content, I post my own matches as well as everyone else's matches whenever I happen to be playing them or versing them or whatever. I post them onto this channel, so feel free to just come along and just enjoy it. You don't have to listen to me because I don't commentate on the other ones, but these ones I do. So, anyway, hit the subscribe button.
Round
More
1.
Tekken content, not necessarily this stuff. Tekken content, that'd be really good. And I'll upload a couple of videos tonight, and hopefully you enjoy seeing a couple of different characters play. But, yeah, thanks for tuning in. Peace out. I'll let this play out.
KO. Round 2. Fight. KO. Round 3. Fight. KO. Round 4. Fight. KO. Final round. Fight.
Shoot.